Hi everyone. So it's 1 in the morning. I've got my Invisalign in, and I've been struggling to get back to the dream that I had last night. I had a dream last night that I went to a place that was very poor. It was a place I had never seen before. It was a very poor place, and I went down into this world that was very poor and very frugal, and it felt like someplace in Asia, but it also had elements of the Soviet Union. It was so poor that nothing was wasted. If you contrast this world with the United States, you see how much we throw stuff out. If you've ever been to a yard sale, you can see old pillows at a yard sale that people are just tossing out, 50 cents, right? We waste so much stuff in the United States. I went to this world where there was a barren couch in the room and a single cheap pillow. And at one point in the dream, the pillow went missing. I think I was staying at a hotel in this frugal world. And it was a couch in the lobby. And they became so distraught because they thought someone had stolen the pillow off the couch. It was a big hoopla. And at one point in the dream, I looked and I saw that it had wedged, the pillow had wedged in an area under the couch. And I said, "Hey, there's the pillow." And they went and they got their precious pillow. And then in the dream, there was this area. It looked like it was the Capitol. And in the rotunda area, Trump was on top of the rotunda screaming like a lunatic. He had lost his mind. He had gone full lunacy, like a raging dementia patient. He completely was melting down from the stress, from the decline in his mental health. Dementia had fully set in. And I was staying with new friends in this world of poverty. And I said, "Hey, Trump's really lost his mind. I got to go back up into that area, up into the rotunda. Let's go take a look again." And so we went back up, and he was just screaming. He was fully insane. And it was as if the whole world now saw it. It was as if everybody finally saw, even the MAGA supporters, this guy's crazy. I think this latest expose about uh, him and Epstein groping and assaulting a minor. I don't know if people have heard about it. It just came out in The Guardian. I think people are just done. I think there comes a point when even people who are thinking of voting for Trump just can't do it anymore. It just gets to a point where even the people in denial start to you hit a tipping point. For those of you who have friends who are MAGA, send them the article from The Guardian. This is an insurrectionist. He's a convicted felon. He is a sexual assaulter of women. And he's stark raving insane. And you need to snap out of this cult. Because I think we've reached the tipping point. And I think that this man has really lost it. I think that, which is saying a lot for Trump. And I now realize that the world I had entered into was North Korea. And the people I had made friends with were the poor people of North Korea who are undergoing a famine right now. And there's no food, and they can't get food in, not from the United States, nobody's giving them food. And so they're just being starved to death in a concentration camp, being held hostage by other North Koreans who are given a little bit of extra food in exchange for joining the military and living under these harsh conditions. So they're willing to hold the gun and keep the rest of the inmates hostage for that extra bowl of rice. And now North Korea has entered the war and has begun to enter Ukraine. And so tonight I decided to put myself in the shoes of what it was to be a North Korean soldier entering this foreign world that is Ukraine. And I found myself shell-shocked. I'm shell-shocked by this world. I find this foreign soil. When has a North Korean ever been on foreign soil? So I find myself like I've landed on another planet. I feel as a North Korean soldier, I don't feel brave. I don't feel ready to fight. I feel like I've entered the Twilight Zone, that I've entered another world, and I don't feel brave. I feel frightened and I want to run away. I'm not psychologically equipped for this. I'm not psychologically equipped to fight on foreign soil. It's as if I'm easily spooked. I don't feel brave. I don't feel gung-ho. I don't feel ready to fight, and I don't feel well trained. I feel spooked and terrified of everything, of ghosts, of spirits, of this strange world, like I've landed on another planet. I've landed on another planet. That is how I feel as a North Korean going into Ukraine, going into Russia. Get me the hell out of here. This is not a world I understand. It's my first time outside of North Korea. Hold the gun and make sure your own citizens don't leave, right? But now I'm not equipped for this. I don't have the military training. I've never been outside. I am completely overwhelmed by what I'm seeing. And I just don't think I can psychologically handle it. I think we could be seeing the beginning of the end of North Korea. I think we're going to see a lot of defections. North Korea is threatening nuclear war right now. NATO is on the verge of entering the war, which is what I predicted. But I don't see brave soldiers from North Korea. I see frightened, confused people in shock, completely ill-equipped to fight in this war. And I think many will surrender, and many are frightened. And I think that Putin is on his way out. The only people feeling confident and good right now that are North Korean are the generals and the people who are rich, who get 90% of the resources out of North Korea and can hang out with other generals. But the people themselves that have been drafted and sent to fight in this war, they're not confident. They're frightened, confused, and disoriented. I'll be very curious to see how this ends. I hope they don't use nuclear weapons. I can check on it later. But I believe what I made contact with last night was North Korea. I believe I was in North Korea. And I don't think they can continue on like this. And I think Trump is toast. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you, too. If you're trying to get in for a reading with me or a remote viewing, you can find the information below. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I've got a bunch of patients tomorrow. All right. Night, everyone. God bless.